Gary Smits.
Hi, Josh.
Hey.
Simple question. How do you start Derrick Henry?
You hit him hard, hit him fast, hit him early. Uh, Basically just hit him as hard as you can before he takes off running.
Is that easier said than done, though?
It's easier said than done for sure. But we have a good game plan up against it this week, so we're real confident on on him and the offensive line, and we play him twice every year, so we're kind of used to that, and we're just excited for this matchup. Again, I feel like a lot of guys still, are doubting us and our talent level on this team and this roster actually, and it's an exciting week, and I'm excited to play against them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cassidy. Let's go over to Gary and then John Oehser.
Hey, Josh, how does Taven Bryan's physical strength help you guys up front, even if he doesn't make a whole lot of tackles or put up a whole lot of stats? Does his strength enable him to do things that helps everybody else? For example, drawing a lot of double teams and a lot of attention.
Yeah.
From DOL.
Man, the man is just real destructive. He calls pile ups, he calls havoc, he makes havoc, and he's just a guy that you will want on your team every play. I love rushing against Taven because I know what he's going to give me. I know he's going to push the pocket, and I know he's going to make my job a lot easier. And just to see the progress that he's made over the last 3 years is just exciting. I know he started off a little slow, but man, Taven has been balling, and I'm really excited to see him play this week. I think the battle's going to be won. He's going to be one of the main key factors to this week, and I'm excited to see him play.
And Josh, when talking about the interior of the defensive line, do you think the fourth down stop by Avery was a turning point for the defense the other day?
Oh yeah, I believe so. 'Cause I know in years past, man, we would have gave that up or something. But I know this year, man, we fight for each other, man. We fight together, and we play for each other. And with him doing that, we just had momentum, and that was just we knew nobody can really run with us, nobody can really stop with us. And ever since then, we play together. We don't play individual reps, and it's just excited. And I was happy for him, and hopefully we'll make many more plays like that. But yes,
Thank
it was a turning point for us.
Okay, thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Gary. Let's go over to John Oehser and then Mark Long.
What's up, Josh? What have you seen out of Miles this year so far? Is there a difference between last year and this year to you?
Oh yeah, man. Miles, he doesn't have to talk anymore, I guess. He gets the call, he gets to see the formation, and then he just reacts. So he's Miles is a heck of a linebacker. He showed that last week, and I feel like this week is an even bigger challenge for him. And I know he's really prepared himself. He's been practicing as hard as he could every play, and I'm just excited to see him come downhill and make those big plays again. And it's going to definitely bring a lot of pressure off the front guys. And I'm just excited to see him and Joe play again and just be great.
All right. Thanks, John. Let's go to Mark and then John Shipley.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
You said something, Josh, about you think people are doubting us and our talent level. Can you just maybe expound on that a little bit? Why do you think? What gives you a sense that people are doubting you after that week one victory?
Because the guys that are not here anymore. A lot of good players left our organization, and they really saw that, and they was like, oh, they're weak now. But little do they know they're not in the locker room with us, and they don't see the guys that we have, and they don't see how well we play together, and we're a family, man. We play for each other. We play as one, and that's just how our mindsets is. And I'm just excited to get going again.
Would you think winning at Tennessee would be an eye opener for maybe everybody around the league, not necessarily in the locker room, but other outsiders?
I mean, I feel like it's always going to be that doubt when people think about us, and that's just the status quo we have to change around here. But we're really focusing on ourselves and how we play week in and week out, and because we're not really focused on the outside noise. We hear it all the time since freaking probably Jalen left that we weren't going to be a good team, and everybody left after that, and it's just been getting worse and worse. And now they saw us play last week, and now they're surprised. And so yeah, I think it's a big game for us. It's a big game because it's a divisional game. It's a game we must have. If you go undefeated in our division or any division, it's a good chance you're gonna go to the playoffs. So we see this as a big challenge because it's a second divisional game and starting off 2-0 and that is would be major. So yeah, we're excited about this weekend. We can't wait to get going.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Mark. All right, let's jump over to John Shipley and then D-Rock.
Hey, Josh. Hope you're doing well, man.
I'm doing great.
Hey, so the Titans' offensive line, obviously, they don't have Conklin at right tackle anymore. But what have you seen from the guys that they do have on the edges on tape when you've watched them?
I mean, it's the same offensive line. They had this is my second year playing them, so it's basically the same offensive lines. I played against Kelly already, so it's relatively the same, basically. They're a good offensive line. I mean, they have to be a good offensive line when you got a back like that in the backfield. So, um, I'm excited about this challenge, but like I said last week, I'm worried about us, and I feel comfortable. I feel like I'll take my D line over any offensive line any day, and we're just excited about this weekend.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks. Let's jump over to D-Rock and then Jordan.
Hey, Josh, everybody outside the building sees the Gardner Minshew with the headband and the jorts and all that stuff. What do you guys see? What's the Gardner Minshew that you guys see that the rest of us don't?
We're looking at the same Gardner Minshew. That's what I see. I see a superstar. I think, in my eyes, I do believe Gardner is a superstar. In my eyes, I think he's a great quarterback. I feel like he's shown that many times, and he's going to continue to show that. He has the whole team, the whole organization behind him, and I feel like that's all you really need as a football player. As long as you have your teammates that support you and are with you every play, and who want the best for you, and an organization that wants the same as well. I mean, what more can somebody ask for? He has the look, he has the swag, and he has the arm, and he has the plays to be who I consider a great quarterback in this NFL. I mean, in the NFL. So G
But
Money, that's my guy.
he also knows that when to take things seriously too, right? And some guys
Oh yeah.
might struggle with that.
Say that again.
agree?
Say that again.
He also knows when to take things seriously. Like, he's not goofing around all the time in the building, right? I mean, he knows when he's got to be 100% on, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
I mean, in the locker room, he's relaxed. That's the only time basically when I see him is literally in the locker room because, I'm not in the meetings with him or I know walkthroughs, we're all serious because we all have to get those mental reps and be prepared for the matchup. But, in the locker room, he's G Money to me. He's, laughing, joking, hitting each other, like hitting, doing what everybody else do. So, and that's great to see that your quarterback is like that. And he was a well-rounded individual and who's super cool and chill. So, but hold on, let me stop talking about him so much now. I'm gonna chill. I'm giving him too much hype right now. I'm gonna back off a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say on Gardner.
Thanks, D-Rock.
Hey,
That's my dog, though. That's my dog. My dog.
All right, let's jump over to Jordan and then we'll finish with John Reed.
Hey, Josh. Last week, the pass rush only got home once, and I believe there was about 8 pressures on 45-plus dropbacks for Phillip Rivers. Just curious about what happened last week with that and what y'all's plan is moving forward to get a little bit more pressure on the quarterbacks.
I mean, I take responsibility for that, man. I have to do a better job in affecting the quarterback. Not even just sacking them, but just getting to the quarterback more, condensing that pocket. So I feel like it starts off with me, and I have to do a better job at that, and which I know I am this week. I got game 1 jitters, game 1, all that out the way, and now I'm really focusing on what I need to do. I had a great practice today, and we all did, pass rush wise, and I feel like we're ready to get after these guys, and I feel like we're going to show it this week.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Let's wrap it up with John Reed.
Josh, got 2 questions for you. Are you tired of, I know this is only your second year here in Jacksonville, but are you tired that you keep hearing that you can't win in Nashville and the House of Horrors and all that stuff? What goes through your mind when you hear that?
I mean, that's somebody's personal opinion. I never be mad at anybody's personal opinion. I'm a professional athlete. There's always gonna be guys that, you know what I'm saying, that talk crap. You can be the best player like LeBron, the best player in the best basketball player in the world, and he still gets talked about as, not one of the best. You know what I mean? So, there's always gonna be those people out there criticizing about what you do. And I know that's how it is here. So can't let that affect, can't let that affect on how we play. We're a new team this year, and you know, we just ready to prove and shock the world and win a lot of games in this organization for each other.
Did you say earlier, I might have misheard you, did you say earlier that some of the former players that left doubted you guys, or was that like you were talking about the public in general?
I mean, no, I feel like when the media said when people see that some of our best players leave, they think, I mean, they think, oh, that team's going to be crappy. You know what I mean? But little do they know, they're not in our organization. They don't know what type of guys we have now and what type of competitors that we have. And we play together. We play as one defense, one sound, one mind, and that's how we execute, and that's how we're going to continue to play for the rest of the season.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Thanks, John, and thank you, Josh. You're all
All right,
done.
all right,
Thanks for your time.
Cassidy, Amanda, John, Mark, Mike, Gary, John, Max, Jordan, Ashlyn, JP. Who else am I missing? Demetrius is on here. Demetrius, Gary, John, Jordan. I said Jordan. I said John. Brian Saxton. My God. I see. Thank you. And Ted in the back. My God.
Hey, don't forget Gary.
Thank
I
you,
said
Josh.
Gary.
Oh,
I
he
said
got me.
Gary.
He got me.
My dog. My dog.
And you got
All right,
Amanda. Yep.
wait, and Lauren Brooks.
Oh, Lauren. Oh.
Lauren on here?
Yes, she's here. Thanks, Josh. All right, if
Josh.
everyone just wants to hang tight, we're going to switch out. It's going to be just a minute, so everyone can just and we'll get you out of here pretty quick. So we're going to start with Demetrius.
Hey Josh, it's nice to meet you. Can you just talk a little bit about your journey you've had so far in the NFL? Maybe a couple years ago you're battling some adversity. Now you find your way in Jacksonville and you earn a starting job.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's been a long journey. You know, kind of short. I mean, in the span of 4 years, but it's been tough. It's been some ups and downs, but you know, I wouldn't want it anyway. You know, I believe in, you know, you go through what you go through because you needed to know what you know. And you know, now I'm in a place where my coaches believe in me, and it just makes it easier for me.
What sort of teaching moments have the last couple of years got to you?
You know what? Being a young player, obviously you go through some learning curves. So you know, that whole thing. You know, I have a lot of wisdom. So I went through a lot of stuff, and now I'm able to, things that I went through, I'm able to pass it on to the younger guys, the younger rookies now, and say, hey, you know, just learn to appreciate this game, man. Because 365 days ago, man, I was on the outside looking in, and I never want to experience that. And I never want anybody to go through that. Because if you love the game as much as I love the game, you know, I was in a very, very dark place 365 days ago. So, and to be in this position, you know, the only person I can thank is God, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Demetrius. Let's jump over to John Reed and then to Jordan.
I have no question.
Oh, all right. Well, your hand was up. All right, let's jump over to Jordan then.
Hey Josh, hope you're doing well. How'd you feel about your week 1 performance from an individual standpoint? And then if you could talk about the challenges of slowing down Derrick Henry and the Titans running game this week.
You know, week 1 is week 1. You know, I kind of put that behind me, you know, Monday, but you know, it was good. It was fun, you know, to finally, you know, with everything been going on, you know, this year, finally able to, you know, get back to football. So the energy was there, the juice was there. You know, some mistakes were made. Things could have been better, but you know, overall, it was a solid performance by our defense. As far as Derrick Henry, obviously we know he was the Russian champ last year, so we know the majority of that offense, you know, runs through him. So to be able to stop him and to hold him, you know, to less than what he's used to, it will be big for our defense.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump over to Gary and then to John Shipley.
Hey, Jordan, we talked to Todd Walsh this morning, and he mentioned that early in training camp, you got in there and you were very vocal and communicated very well with the rest of the defense. Did you perhaps think that, you know, you had to make the most of this opportunity as quickly as you could, and that's why you maybe took charge a little bit?
Well, to be honest, you know, I look at every year as season opportunity, but me specifically, if you want to be completely honest, I took 2020 with everything that was going on, and I kind of just found myself mentally, spiritually, physically, and the whole year, you know, the whole off season, every day I was going through the playbook. Every day, you know, I was you know, doing on the drawing board, going over plays, going over motions, going over audibles, going over those things. So when we did get to training camp, you know, I was on point and I was able to communicate to everybody. So I think while everything was shut down, I took that opportunity to really focus on football.
And Josh, I don't want to put you on the spot and everything, and you reveal as much as you care to, but when you say you're in a dark spot, could you be more specific?
When I say a dark place, man, you got to understand, I've been playing this game since I was like 8 years old, man. So for last year, 365 days ago, man, I think I was out of football for like 4 weeks, man. So, and I love this game, and anybody that's around me, man, know that I play this game off pure love. You can see it when I play. So, I felt like I didn't know whether or not I was gonna play again completely. I mean, a lot of things run through your head, you know, whether, you know, what's going to happen, what team you're going to go through. It's a lot of uncertainty. So I had a lot of that. And when something like that is taken away from you, man, you just learn to appreciate the game so much more.
Okay, thank you very much, Josh.
Yep.
Thanks, Gary. Let's go to John Shipley and then D-Rock.
Hey, Josh, nice to meet you, man. Can you just say a little bit about what is it about Jacksonville's defensive scheme that you enjoy and that you think kind of plays to your strengths?
You know what? To be honest, I coming out of the draft, man, I always said, this is kind of the scheme that that Seattle they won big with back. So I always said, man, this is the system that I need to be in. I always spoke it into the universe, and here I am. But it just gives me it fits my skill set. A guy that can run sideline to sideline. A guy that the guy that's as athletic as I am. Not to toot my own horn, but just to show my God-given abilities out there. And it's fun, man. Defense is real fun.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Thanks. Let's finish up with D-Rock.
Hey, Josh, you were out of football for those 4 weeks. Were you frantically calling other teams? Was your agent calling other teams? What, how did you kind of get hooked up here with the Jags?
You say that again?
Were you frantically calling other teams? Was your agent calling other teams, or were you just kind of sitting there lost, not sure where you were going to end up?
I mean, I didn't know. When Green Bay waived me non-football illness, they kind of like, I guess, teams, kind of like, oh, we're not going to touch them. But nothing was wrong with me. Like I said, I had so much uncertainty, man. For the first time in my life, I felt like football wasn't there, and that was my first time in a long time where, September rolled around and I was, looking from a TV instead of being out on the field with a helmet and shoulder pads. So if you love something, and to see that just walk away from you for that amount of time, man, I think anybody would be in the kind of space that I was in. But I mean, when you got strong faith, you understand that you go through things. God will take you through ups and downs for a reason, and that reason was for me to gain the wisdom that I gained, appreciate everything around me, not take any day for granted.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Josh.